Hello Guardians, She's Marie here, back today to show you the most insane build that I thought Bungie would never allow. If you've seen the title, you already know what I'm talking about. And yes, that is the ability to get tier 10 in all 6 stat categories. The new mod system that arrived with Lightfall introduced a new style of font mod that gives a stat boost in any given category. This mod states that it will give you a bonus to whichever stat whenever you have armor charge. What they don't tell you is how much of a stat boost this gives you. When I first saw these mods, I assumed it would be a small boost, of maybe up to like 20, like the old Radiant Light and Powerful Friends stat bonus. But to my surprise, only one copy of this mod will grant you plus 30 to whichever stat you've chosen, going up to plus 50 with 2 copies, and up to a maximum of plus 60 for using 3 copies. On the helmet, we have Font of Wisdom for Intellect. Arms have Font of Vigor and Font of Focus for Strength and Discipline respectively. Chest armor has Font of Endurance for Resilience. Legs have Font of Agility for Mobility. And lastly, class items have Font of Restoration for Recovery. This means you can get 60 additional stat points per armor piece while you have an armor charge. But how does this all work? Picking up an Orb of Power will give you a stack of armor charge, which at base gives you 10 seconds of font. In this video, I'll show you how to extend that timer to up to a full minute or more, depending on how good the armor you already have is. The bare minimum stats you'll need to reach tier 10 in all 6 stat categories is tier 4 Mobility, tier 4 Resilience, tier 4 Recovery, tier 4 Intellect, and since Strength and Discipline share the same armor slot, you'll need at least 7 in one category and 5 in the other, so for example, 7 Discipline and 5 Strength. I, however, recommend that you try to get to tier 7 Mobility, tier 5 Resilience, tier 5 Recovery, tier 7 or 5 Discipline, tier 5 Intellect, and tier 5 or 7 Strength, depending on your discipline, at base, with as few stat mods as possible. This will give you more flexibility when it comes to how consistent you can make your armor charge experience, and even allow you to use other mods in tandem. With my recommended stat distribution seen here, it allows me to use mods like Void/Strand Dual Siphon on my helmet to make orbs, Charged Up on my chest to hold an additional armor charge, Stacks on Stacks on my legs to give me 2 charges per orb, and Time Dilation on my class item to extend the duration of each charge to 15 seconds. This makes it so that whenever I pick up an Orb of Power, I get 30 seconds worth of completely maxed out stats in every category, and if I continue to pick up orbs, which is very easy with the new build crafting changes, I can hold up to 60 seconds worth of sextuple 100 stats. Once you have your base stats and your mods all set up, how does the gameplay loop work? It's very simple. You can use a build like the Titan Bonk Hammer build, with heavy-handed on your arms to make an Orb of Power with every single hammer kill. Or if you're looking for a more class-agnostic way, you can use something like the new artifact mods that give you Strand Dual Siphon mods for Void and Solar, and then you can throw in a weapon like Quicksilver Storm, which absolutely destroys ads right now with its grenade launcher firing mode. Pick up these orbs as you and your allies create them, and you're done. Completely maxed out stats with very little actual stat investment. One of the best parts of this build is that it doesn't require any special exotic like Dragon Shadow, and it allows you to use more fragments that take away stat points, such as the Strand Fragment that grants Woven Mail on orb pickups, which works very well with this build, and also other things like the Void Weakening Grenade, which usually tanks your discipline, but with these mods, you no longer need to worry about it. I hope you enjoyed this video and have fun using this build and flying around Neomuna with tier 60 stats like an absolute Chad. Please comment below anything I might have missed out on, or if you think that there's anything that could be improved in this build. I'll see y'all next time. Peace. It's very simple. You can use a build like the Titan Bonk Hamp. I said it again, Hamp. What is Hamp?